What up, Facebook? I ain't seen y'all, I ain't heard from y'all in a minute. Y'all ain't heard from me. I know I've been MIA for making these videos and whatnot. I just been busy with life, enjoying life, turning 30 and shit. But make this quick video today, talking about y'all heard me say multiple times in prior videos about making people options and keeping your options open, all that kind of shit when you're dating. Let me explain exactly what I mean by you're an option, because some people misinterpret it, some people even got offended by it, misunderstanding when I say somebody's just an option. Understand this is my opinion. A lot of the things that I speak on from experience. I was single once upon a time, so I had to go through the same thing, the same process as far as choosing a mate and whatnot. Now, in my opinion, until you have a commitment, until you're in a committed relationship, you had that verbal conversation that from this day, I'm now your man, you're now my woman, we're exclusive with each other. Until you had that conversation with the individual you're seeing, you're a fucking option. And you gotta own up to that shit. I don't really do double standards too well, because the same thing that I'm saying about women, I'm saying goes for guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'll use me for an example. When I was out there and I was dating, I date multiple people at one time. That way, when I make the choice, I don't feel like I missed out on something, or I ain't get to, have enough fun while I was out there, whatever the case may be. And if you the shit, then I'll choose you. So, but while I was dating my woman, in the back of my mind, until I put a commitment on it, I'm just a fucking option to her. Now, it's the same thing on the other side. She was just an option for me. She was one of my options while I was dating. And even if she was my only option, even if that's the only person I'm seeing at that time, I still make it clear that until there's a commitment, there's a possibility somebody else could be around. Now, where women fuck up is, a lot of times what women do, like I said before, y'all give the man the power too soon. Until that man puts a fucking commitment on your relationship, until he say from this day forward, I want to be your man and I don't want nobody else around, he's just a fucking option. Now here's the thing. A lot of women only date one guy at a time. In my opinion, that's a mistake, because if you're so focused on one thing, you don't have time to realize his flaws, because you don't got nothing to compare him to. One guy might be awesome with communication, where this one that you only dated might really suck at it, but you don't realize it because you haven't given another guy a chance just to even display his communication skills, because you're only dating one guy at a time. And this goes with any other subject as far as like dating. Where women fuck up is the ones that only date one guy at a time, they let the guy know. And what I've recently been telling a lot of women on my phone calls that I take is, even if you're only dating one guy at a time, don't let him know that. When a guy knows that he's your only option, his A game ain't up there no more. When a guy realizes, hey, are you seeing other guys? Are you talking to other guys? When the girl says, no, it's just you, and he's not committed to you yet, in his eyes that translates is, oh, I got shorty already, so let me put her in the bag, keep her close, but I'm still going to explore my options. Why? Because I can, and I don't have no commitment with shorty. So, what I tell women is, when guys present that question, as long as you're not committed to him, it's not a verbal commitment conversation I had, tell that man, yes, I'm single, but I'm still exploring my options. What that does for us as men is it makes us stay on our A game. Now, I understand everybody is not a secure male. I'm not an insecure male. I'm not a jealous male. I'm territorial. But I can't be territorial over something that I haven't committed to. So, if a woman tells me she's exploring her options and I'm really fucking interested in her, my goal is going to be to become her only option. But at the moment, because I haven't committed to her, I gotta let her know, look, I'm the best man for this position. Tell women all the time, when companies interview for a position, you think they interview one employee at a time? Fuck no. They interview multiple employees. But you as the person on the interview, you don't go in there and ask the person that's interviewing you, hey, when the interview over, are you going to call somebody else? Are you going to interview somebody else? Hell yeah. What do all jobs say to you when your interview is over? Unless they say you got it, what do they say? We'll be in touch. Sometimes they even say, I got a few more interviews today, and if all goes well, whatever, we'll be back in contact with you. It's the same thing when it comes to this dating. Same thing. Same concept. Because if jobs hired every fucking body that interviewed for the position one at a time, you know the turnover time with employees leaving that company would be? Niggas would be getting fired left and right because they're realizing in a short period of time that you ain't shit. So this is why they interview multiple employees. This is why they put you through a probation period of 90 days to realize within 90 days, let's see how consistent you can be. Within those first 2 weeks to a month, that nigga might be on time every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? By the second, third month, almost 90 days in, he might be rolling in 10, 15 minutes late. And now you like, what happened to that nigga that was 10 minutes early every day? He's then gotten comfortable. He's now showing his true colors. Or she's gotten comfortable. She's showing her true colors. So even if you're not talking to other men, even if you're not, fellas, y'all probably know this already, but even if you're not talking to other men or if you're not talking to other women, don't tell the person that you're dating that shit, because what it does, they stop giving you that A game because they realize they got you already and they start giving you B and C game. So if a motherfucker still think it's somebody out there that could take this position, he's going to consistently stay on his A game if he really wants you. If he really wants you. If he don't really want you, then you just gonna give what you get. And if he lose you, he don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But if I think somebody else out there might have the potential of taking what I want, why would I start slacking? Why would I start slacking? So when y'all date one person at a time and y'all let these niggas know that shit, y'all giving them too much power off the rip. Rather than telling that man, I'm keeping my options open. I had one of the chicks that I talk to probably every couple weeks. Yo, she funny as fuck and she keeps it 1,000 with me. And she straight told me, she said, no. I told that nigga it's 3 other guys around. No, don't do that shit. Don't tell a man there's 3 other niggas around. Because what that translates to me is you sucking 3 other dicks on the side. I don't need to know that information. But if I know you're exploring your options, that's enough information for me to know. You don't have to go into detail about what you're doing or who you're dating when you're not committed to somebody. It's none of that fucking business. You're dating. You're single. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you make the best decision, by exploring your options. A lot of them know, I can't do that. I don't know how to. Well, that's why you keep getting your fucking heart broke. Because you're not taking your time, you're not exploring your options, and you're letting the nigga that you're dating know that you're the only person I'm dating. Can't do that. You tell me, if I'm not committed to you and you tell me you're the only person I'm dating, in my mind it's like, that wasn't a smart move. Even if it's true, still let me know. Until I commit to your ass, you're just a fucking option. Because I guarantee you, you're just an option to me if we're not committed. Believe that shit, man. Stop thinking with your fucking heart, man, and use your brain. Heart only supposed to pump blood. As always, man, like I say, I've been away for a minute. I ain't saying I'm back like never before, but got a few things I'm going to speak on. You know what I'm saying? These videos are free, but like I say, that personal attention, that personal time, the inboxes, the sending me a whole paragraph, and you know, you want me to take time out my day and sit down and talk to you and give you my honest opinion about a situation, costs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But stay up, man. I'll catch up with y'all.